Presenter, are you ready?
Yes.
Conqueror, are you ready? Yeah. Starting in 3, 2, 1, go. Today we're going to talk about Harriet Tubman for our WSS presentation.
Okay, so her childhood is that she was born in 1820 in Maryland as a slave, and her nicknames were Mindy and Moses, and as
Thank you.
Workers are like people who provide, like, who takes care of slaves that escaped, and they provide like food. So what did the owners throw that caused your head and your boy?
Weights, iron weights.
So list all the things that Harriet got during her first Wait, okay.
Cornbread, sugar, and candles.
What was the fugitive slave act? It's like when the slave got away, and when you get to the north, the slave could go back to the owner's place.
No, not exactly.
Okay.
It's like if you're a slave who ran away to the north, the Fugitive Slave Act makes you go back to your owner.
Yeah. Okay, so these are the citations we use for this project. And I recommend this thing, like this website, because this is appropriate for children and it's easy to understand. And we got most of our information